I'd like to solve this equation. The problem with this equation, the challenge with this equation is I have both cosines and sines, and I don't necessarily see an obvious way that I can factor this with both sines and cosines. Fortunately, we have identities, which are going to be helpful in a case like this. Generally speaking, we'd like to try and get all of the trig functions in the equation to be the same one. So I either want to change 3 sine x somehow into cosines, or negative cosine squared x into something with sines. Well, I think this is going to be the way to go. Since we have an identity for cosine squared x, we know cosine squared x plus sine squared x equals 1. And we can rearrange that to get cosine squared x equals 1 minus sine squared x. So we'll make that substitution. This is negative cosine squared x. So I'm going to go negative and make my substitution. And then nothing else changes. I want the plus 3 sine x. So now I have everything in terms of sines, or all the trig functions are sines at least. And plus 3, well, there's no trig in there. It's just 3 equals 0. Well, algebra, let's see. I have the color I want. So I'm going to distribute that negative through. I have now positive sine squared x. And then plus 3 sine x. And this is minus 1 plus 3, total of positive 2, equals 0. Now our goal is to factor. Well, let's see. I know I'm going to have sine x at the front. I'm going to have sine x at the back. There's my sine squared x. I need plus 3 sine x plus 2, so I'm going to need two numbers that multiply to positive 2. There aren't a ton of choices, and also add to 3. So if I do plus 2 plus 1, then we're there. And now I'm going to set each factor equal to 0 separately and solve. So sine x equals negative 2. I'm looking for the angle that has a sine value of negative 2. Well, the range of the sine function is negative 1 to 1. There is no such thing. There is no angle that when I find its sine value, I'm going to get negative 2. I'm not. I'm going to get something that's between negative 1 and 1. So there is no, that's not possible. I don't get a value of x from here. This factor doesn't contribute any solutions. Well, hopefully we get one from the other half here. So I have sine x plus 1 equals 0. That's sine x equals negative 1. And there's the place where sine x equals negative 1. That happens at 3 pi over 2. Is the only place between 0 and 2 pi. So that's our only solution to this equation.